September 2nd, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silent prayer. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. All right, roll call, Ward 1, Ms. Gamble's here. Ward 2, Mr. Richardson's on the phone. Ward 3, Mr. LaFontaine's here. Ward 4, Mr. Clark's here. City Clerk Secretary Lisa Blanchard, the Mayor, and City Attorney Ronnie Artigues. Number 4, Mayor's comments. Item A, motion to amend and finalize the budget with the addition of item 4B under Mayor's comments, item 7I under Board Business, and items 8H under Consent Agenda.
Move.
Second.
Ward 1 moves, Ward 4 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2?
Yes.
3?
Yes.
4?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item B, the City of Waveland's annual Night Out Against Crime will be held October 18th, 2025 at the St. Clair Church property from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., sponsored by the Waveland Police Department. Item C, Ms. Rhonda Rhodes is here with the Hancock Resource Center to give us a brief report on her annual report. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Kelly is going to pass out. This is Kelly Kowalski. She is our Deputy Director, and she's passing out copies for everybody. And for the public, if you'd like to see the information that we're passing out, it's on our website at hancockhrc.org. So, when we asked to be put on the agenda, the mayor said, "You're not going to ask for money, are you?" And I said, "No, but if anybody's giving it away, we'll certainly take it." No, I'm definitely not here to ask for money. Once a year, we try to summarize what we did the previous year and put out an annual report. And then once we do that, we make our rounds to the city meetings and the Board of Supervisors to kind of report to our stakeholders about what we have done in the community over the last year. As the mayor said, my name's Rhonda Rhodes. I'm the executive director of the Hancock Resource Center, and I introduced Kelly. We are a 501c3 nonprofit Mississippi corporation. We're designated as a community development corporation by HUD, and we are about 90% federally funded. The other 10% comes from new donations and private grants. We are we have a single audit every year that is on our website, and we have we file an IRS Form 990, which is also on our website. So if there's any questions about our financial transparency, it is all there for you to see. In some ways, we fill a lot of the, if the city were larger and had a housing department, we do some of the things a housing department might do. In Hancock County, the cities, none of them are really large enough to have a housing department like the city of Gulfport has. So some of the things that would be done if you had one, we would be the one that does that. Also, we have been designated by Hancock County as the long-term recovery organization for the county. So in the event of any kind of disaster, most commonly that would be a hurricane or tropical storm, but we also, after the oil spill and during COVID, we played a role in the response to that disaster. And some of that you can see in the annual report. So most of the work that we do, well, all of the work that we do has some connection to housing or family stability related to housing. So you can see, I'm not going to read you this annual report, but I'll just hit some highlights. Our economic impact to the county is almost $15 million. You say, wow, $15 million, what is that? Well, that is the value of the services that we have provided in the community, either directly with direct financial assistance or indirectly with in-kind donations, or a large part of that number is is houses that we have prevented foreclosure, and so it's the value of those homes. We have 5 nationally certified HUD counselors, And those HUD counselors can provide free foreclosure counseling. There's not a income requirement for that. So if someone's in danger of losing their home to foreclosure, we may be able to help, but we certainly can help them navigate the process. We also do a lot of work with people that are homeless or at risk for being homeless. Last year in Hancock County, we actually got nine people and 9 veterans off of the street, people that were sleeping outside in various places around the county that we were able to get inside into housing. We work with veterans across the whole coast. In fact, most of our services are for the lower 6 counties. We just are primarily focused here. But we work with veterans across the whole coast, and over the whole area, we actually housed 69 veterans last year, but 9 were here. On the inside of our report, you'll see a little more detail about our programs. I'm going to point out 2 really quick. One is our Senior Living in Place program. That's a new program this year. And for older adults that have some limitations but would like to stay in their home, we may be able to come in and do some small modifications that will help them with an eye on really safety and preventing slips and falls. So for example, we may be able to convert a bathtub into a walk-in shower, or improve the lighting in the house so that it's easier for a person to see, or put in pull downs from cabinets so that, you know, when people can't reach over their head any longer. So that we will do 100 homes in that program over the course of the 3 years, and we're about halfway through that now. And that is primarily Hancock, but we can go to Pearl River and West Harrison, meaning like past Christian area, DeLille. And then the Grant Per Diem program, which is a VA program that works with homeless veterans. We can actually help veterans that cannot get a lease on their own due to either background issues or credit issues. We can actually get the lease in our name, and then over the next 6 to 9 months work with that veteran until they can assume it on their own. And so that program is currently, that was new in '24, and that's going well. We're actually full. We admitted our last person to that program today. Also, there's more detail about those numbers on the front inside the report. And finally, in the report, there's a save the date for the crawfish cook-off, which you guys are so gracious and allow us to do that here on Coleman Avenue, and we're happy to get folks down here. But we'll have that again in April. So save the date for that. We'll be looking for teams. And a couple things I just want to point out that are in your packet. I did give each of you a brochure about our general services and our veteran services in case you know anybody that may need those. And there's a card in here, and I gave the chief some of these for law enforcement as well, and we can leave these down here in City Hall. This is just a general card, but on the back of it is a QR code that goes directly to our request for assistance. So if you come across someone that you think may need help, or even if they have a question about needing help, they can scan this QR code with their phone, and it goes directly to our online form, so that most people can navigate around a phone these days. And then I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but this is a graphic that we made for the 20th anniversary of Katrina. We did come out of Katrina. We merged. We were the Hancock One Stop for housing needs, and then we merged with the Long-Term Recovery Committee and became the Resource Center back in 2008. So we had a funder at that time that asked us to start tracking some data, and a lot of these numbers are what we were tracking. And so we've been able to capture some of those things all the way back from the beginning. Certainly there were more than 993 homes rehabbed in Hancock County back then, but these are the ones that we had a hand in. And then, we were able to capture $3 million in donated labor, over 213,000 hours. Now, I know there was more, but that is what we were able to track at that time. And then finally, this is a shameless plug for our football pool. This is our fall fundraiser, the crawfish cook-off we do in the spring. We do this in a Super Bowl pool, and we have about 20 squares left, and as y'all know, the season starts Sunday, so if you know anybody that's interested, please we gotta get those sold. Any questions for me?
Only one I had was you had mentioned that y'all work in the lower 6 counties, but then you said that one of the programs is only for Hancock and East Harrison. I guess, what do you do in the lower 6 counties? Are these numbers from all 6 counties, or is this just Hancock County? Or mixture?
They're gonna be mixed. Different programs have different scopes. So we have a veteran employment program that actually works in the lower 14 counties. We do everything from Laurel, Meridian, over to almost to Macomb and south. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. So that would be, so those numbers were going to be different. All of our housing programs serve the lower 6. Everything we do with housing, but the housing rehab programs are kind of different. It really just kind of depends on the program. It's really hard to do construction outside of your immediate area without having a much bigger operation. So most of our construction stuff is going to be really limited to Hancock and Pearl River, and maybe a little bit of Pascagoula, the little area.
I know you do a homeless survey regularly. Do you have an idea how many homeless people there are in Hancock County right now?
I should have had that number right on the tip of my tongue, but so every January we do what's called the point in time count, and that's across the nation. That's done nationally. It's done on the same day across the whole country, and we do that in conjunction with the Open Doors Homeless Coalition. Last year, I believe we counted about 18 in Hancock County. There were no families with children outside, and there were most of those were single males. And I think there were no veterans either in Hancock County at that time.
Thank you.
All right, anything else? All right, thank you, Ms. Rhodes.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
y'all
Mom.
for having me.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
A couple of things I just want to mention. The Labor Day at the Lighthouse event on Sunday was a big success. We had more people than we've had the previous 2 years. I think the band, Ryan 4A and 4A Tradition, brings out a lot of people at the end, and I've already talked to Ryan about coming back again next year and headlining the event, and he agreed. So the fireworks were spectacular. I timed it. It was about 17 minutes long, and he did a great job. It's a big pop fireworks out of Ellisville, Mississippi. The pier, the thing that we get beat up the most about. We met with MEMA last Wednesday. The scope of work is set. The engineer is working on the bid documents. It'll probably be 4 weeks until the bid documents are ready. Once the bid documents are ready, we are going to, all of us sit down and look at them, make sure it's what we want for the scope of work, and then we'll be submitting it to FEMA. So,
And the extension letter went out today.
yeah, an extension letter went out today. Okay. All right. Item number 5, Alderman's comments. Ms. Gamble.
I have a couple of things. One, I've been contacted by the Bay Waveland Garden Club, and every year they do either a Halloween or a fall display in several areas. This year they're going to do one in Bay St. Louis and one in Waveland. The one in Waveland they want to do in the town green, and so they will pay for everything. They'll design it. They'll set it up. They want to do it from October 1st to November 21st, and they'll have a little sign out front that says, you know, donated by Bay Waveland Garden Club. Last year they did one in front of the community center, but this year they want to do it in the town green so it can be seen a little better. The only other thing that I've got is the bazaar. The Christmas bazaar is going to be November 22nd, so I wanted to get that date approved. We're kind of behind eight ball this year on getting that information out. We had a digital crisis where we lost all of the contacts we had lost over 250 contacts digitally for vendors. So we've recovered most of that, so now we're ready to send all that information out, and we've had some people calling and asking about it, so they're interested in coming and getting that done this year.
How far on the road would you need blocked?
Well, I'd like to do it the same as last year. I don't wanna block the road except for starting in front of the community center so people can still get in and out of the, museum and Sugar Pops. I don't wanna disrupt cause it's a Saturday, so I don't wanna disrupt their services. And then block it off at Central and Coleman. So just that portion of that block.
That would be open.
That portion would be closed, everything else is open. So all Central open, everything from the far driveway at the community center this way open. So I only wanna close off that short little area. And that's where we'll put a few food trucks, and then everybody else will be in the town green and off the road.
And the date again?
The 22nd, Saturday, the November 22nd.
Do we need to go ahead and approve that,
All right.
that
The
date?
date and the use.
I need a motion to allow the Bay Wave and Garden Club to use the town green from October 1st to November 21st.
I'll move.
Ward one moves. Ward 3 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2,
yes,
3,
Yes.
4?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. I need a motion to allow the Christmas bazaar to go on the town green on November 22nd.
I'll move.
Ward 3 moves. Ward 4 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2,
yes,
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Is that it, Ms. Campbell?
That's it.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Richardson?
Mayor, I had it all mine taken care of earlier, thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. LaFontaine?
Yeah, the only thing I have, Bo, was you able to, get out and take a look at that over on Zimmerman today? Thank you. That's all I had, Mayor.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Clark?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
All right, thank you. All right, moving along, board business, item 7. Item A, motion to approve the depository docket of claims paid and unpaid dated September 2nd, 2025 in the amount of $396,474.41.
I'll move.
Second.
Ward 4 moves, Ward 1 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2,
Yes,
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item B, motion to approve the operating utilities docket of claims paid and unpaid dated September 2nd, 2025 in the amount of $77,717.15.
Move.
Ward 1 moves.
Second.
Ward 3 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
yes,
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes, with the exception of line item 51713.
All right, motion carries 4-0. Item C, motion to approve the following regarding the fiscal year 2026 budget. Resolution authorizing adoption of fiscal year 2026 budget for the city of Waveland. And number 2, adopt the fiscal year 2026 budget by fund, department, and purpose.
I'll move.
Ward 4 moves.
Second.
Ward
I'll
1 seconds. Any discussion? All right, let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
yes,
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item D, motion to ratify and approve the fiscal year 2024 audit engagement agreement with Wright, Ward, Haddon, and Gould CPAs.
Move.
Ward 1 moves.
I'll second.
second,
Ward 2 seconds. Any discussion? All right, let's go ahead and vote.
Did they- How long have they been doing our audits for?
They have the contract, they won the bid for 23, 24, and 25. They are still working on 23.
You wanna-
They're about that time. There were issues with 2022.
Yep.
Yes, please.
We'd have Mr. Fatita give us an update on the 23 audit.
Yeah, so, back in February 24, y'all approved you accepted the bid from Ward Hatton, the CPA firm. In May, we signed the engagement letter. Unfortunately, there are quite a number of cities where there's a backlog of getting audits done. They've been working on our audit. Recently, they've really gotten deep into the audit. Barely a day goes by that we don't have a contact with the lead audit team. She's indicating that it's looking like we're gonna get our 23 audit maybe the first week of October-ish. She also assured me that the 24 and 25 audits aren't gonna take nearly the time. In fact, I'm being optimistic and thinking that we'll get the 24 and 25 audits completed by next spring or maybe as late as this summer. But at that point, we'll be all caught up.
Perfect.
Any questions for Robert? Okay, thanks, Rob. Mr. Fatita. All right, let's go ahead and vote on item D. Ward 1,
Yes.
Ward 2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
All right, motion carries 4-0. Item E, motion to approve and adopt the 9/30/26 millage schedule to include votes by board for publication.
I'll move.
Ward 3 moves.
I'll second.
Ward 4 seconds. Any discussion?
Just that we should just note that there's no change.
Yep. No change in the millage. Okay, let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item F, motion to approve and authorize the following regarding banking and accounting as recommended by Comptroller Robert Fatita. 1, motion to approve the transfer of budget in the amount of $50,000 from the modernization fund to 107-726-638, the modernization fund repair and maintenance account.
I'll move.
Second.
Ward 4 moves, Ward 1 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item G, motion to approve and authorize the mayor's signature on the Tidelands notice of completion by reallocation regarding the following projects. Transferring $152,997.50 from project fiscal year 23 P626-05, it's Marina Planning and Design, to project fiscal year 25 P646-10, waterfront improvements.
I'll move.
Ward
Second.
4 moves, Ward 1 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item H, motion to approve and authorize the mayor's signature on the National Corrosion Service 2025 Public Awareness Plan Annual Audit Proposal in the amount of $982.60 as required for the gas system.
I'll move.
Ward 3 moves.
I'll second.
Ward 4 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item I, motion to approve purchase and authorize mayor's signature on agreement with R.J. Young, reseller for ViewSonic Group, which is on state contract for equipment and software to update the mayor's conference room for electronic communication for conferences and business meetings.
I'll move.
Ward 4 moves.
Second.
Ward 1 seconds. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
All right. I think that what we need to do, this room desperately needs the exact same thing.
Okay.
We've been needing that for, that's just an ugly piece of wall art over there. You can't even update that. So maybe we could get a better price if we bundle the whole thing and do them both at the same time.
Sounds good. I wasn't part of this.
Well, it doesn't matter.
this is- this is-
It needs to be done.
Oh, I know.
But it's,
We'll get it done.
yeah,
Okay.
this desperately needs
Well,
it.
that, we don't even need that over there. To me, that is,
That's useless.
well, you can't see it. If you're sitting out here, you can't see that one.
Mm-mm.
It needs to be back here on
Mhm.
these.
Well, I think that's pretty
It's
much
out of
there for
date.
us to see, because we can't see behind our heads
I
either.
can't
No,
see that
it
looking at
doesn't.
an angle anyway.
We're
Not
trying
on
to get
your
it to
angle.
work.
I don't think it even
doesn't
works.
work.
Yeah,
But we'll look into upgrading it.
awesome.
Upgrading that one,
No, just getting the
The
monitors.
whole
just,
thing.
just back here.
Yeah. All right, any other discussion?
Do you, do we need to put the total cost on the motion?
And
Yes,
I will.
please.
What is the total cost?
scope summary, optional expenses, payment options. Hard to make out really what the total amount is and what options are we talking about.
It's $79.85.
Yeah.
$7,985.
What about the options?
No, we're not doing options. Mm-mm. I think the only option was a 65-inch touchscreen panel, which we don't need.
No, so the price is not that much.
Yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is non-touch.
Oh, okay, no, it's not,
The
gotcha,
software and all that.
gotcha. Okay. All right, you got the dollar amount, $7,985.
And before we let another proceed, we can ask them, would the price be different if we also scoped this room as well?
All right, any further discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Planning and zoning. Item 1, motion to accept the minutes of Planning and Zoning Commission's meeting dated August 18th, 2025 is approved by Planning and Zoning at their meeting on 8/25/25.
Move.
Second.
Ward 1 moved. Who second?
Jeremy.
4. All right, any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 2, the Planning and Zoning Commission considered recommended and approved application for preliminary and final plat in a 2,586 square foot lot area variance submitted by Brian Frater for property located at 400 South Beach and proposed 115 Farrar Lane, parcel 161M-0-11-138.000, owned by Brian Frater. Is there a motion to approve the Planning and Zoning's recommendation?
I'll move.
Ward 3 moves.
I'll second.
Ward 2 seconds. Discussion?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had discussion. That's a considerable amount, for a variance, for a square footage variance, 2,586 square feet. Why does it have to be a non-conforming lot? Do we not have enough, square footage to do a conforming lot?
Chris?
Yes, ma'am. In my opinion, from what I saw, there's plenty of square footage to create a conforming lot with the applicant's overall property.
Okay.
When I watched the minutes or the YouTube for planning and zoning, my understanding was there was no hardship presented for the variance. Is that correct?
That is my understanding, yes, sir. I unfortunately was absent for that meeting, but after watching the same thing you did, that was my conclusion.
Okay.
Any other comments?
So, I'm just trying to figure out the square footage, cause it says, okay, well, first thing, wasn't there something done on this property a few years ago with, for a shed or something to be built or something on the backside of this property or something?
Yeah, it's a big one.
Mr. Frater, come on up. State your name and address, please.
Brian Frater, 400 South Beach Boulevard. Just a little background. The property in question has been in the family for over 100 years, originally stretched from the beach to the railroad. Fell Street was put in, that property was given, and the front 1,100 feet now belongs in the family. The back 400 feet, 150, 400 belongs to my daughter. The next 300 feet belongs to my nephew, and that's where the
There was a
garage-
variance or something for a shed or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a shed back there. And then the front 400 feet is divided between me and he. So now his property is all one continuous piece of property. 75 by 400, 150 by 300, and that's where the shed is. And then the request is, one of my sons wanted to buy a 100-foot my property, and, you could put a 45 by 35 one-story house there, and that'd be 1,600 square feet
Without variance?
without a variance.
Well, you
25
got
foot setback.
20, so it would face your house,
No, it faced,
the 100,
it would
it would
face the street.
stay,
The
so you
75,
got,
the 75 foot.
you only have 75 feet, so that's
So if you set that
25 in the
25
front and 25 in the back is
No.
50, that leaves you 25.
I thought it was 10 in the back.
No, it's 10 on each side.
Okay, my mistake. Okay.
So the-
Now,
it would be, if that were to be, because it's a non-conforming lot, you're still gonna have to come back for more variances if you're gonna build anything on it. Plus, there's a shed on the back side of it that's gonna
No,
take
no,
up
no,
some
no,
area,
no,
right?
no. The shed's back 700 feet from the beach.
Right, but that's in the area that he's purchasing, right?
No. You have the little diagram?
I pulled it up on, Google Maps, on Google Earth, right here.
Wanna come up?
And it shows that the shed's back by the,
All right. So the shed is way back here. This is my nephew.
so the shed's on your nephew's property?
Yeah, on the nephew's property.
Oh, it's not on your property?
No, no.
Okay,
And then incidentally, the adjoining lot towards the, value, 200 by 600, is also owned by my daughter. Incidentally, he has no plans to build. He just bought a big house in New Orleans, so it's not.
well, I'm confused then, so why would we subdivide
Well, he
a
wants to-
non-conforming
he-
lot if
well, he
we don't
want- he
intend to
wants
do
He
anything?
just wanted to buy it, get it out of the estate, I guess.
Mm.
I didn't ask him, why.
Well, the biggest issue for why falls under 906.1. And it's, the ordinance is very specific. And I've said this from up here for 3 years. It says, a variance from the terms of this zoning ordinance shall not, it doesn't say may not, it says shall not be recommended by the Planning and Zoning Commission unless and until, and then it goes through a list of 4 items that have to, requirements that have to be met in order to even apply for the variance. Item number 3 says that specific conditions and circumstances do not result from the actions of the applicant. If we can't say yes to all 4 of those things, then very specifically, the ordinance says that the Planning and Zoning Commission shall not even consider it. So let's say, for argument's sake, that you say no to all those things. You move down to 906.1C. Again, it says, such variances may be recommended in such cases of unnecessary hardship upon the finding that all, and it's very specific, it's gotta meet all 8 of the next requirements. Item number 5 specifically says, the special circumstances are not the result of the actions of the applicant. So the point is, we can't keep giving variances for non-conforming lots just because somebody wants it. It's got to be a need. If you can prove a need for that, then I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, if, technically, I could, the lot would be 131 feet front footage by 75, and that would be the 10,000, okay? But if you come that far forward, then you interfere, I have a slab back there with a sailboat on it and various things, trailer. And that would impede my access to it,
It would impede your access to what?
to the slab where the trailer and all parking
Well, I
space.
don't think you could come any closer to that anyway, to be honest with you, because
Mm-mm.
if you've got 389 feet and just measuring on here, and look, I don't have the exact layout of where your home is, but it looks like it's 225 feet from the front property line going towards Fell, which would be north up Farrar,
Right.
plus another 25 feet. That leaves you 139. And then if you're trying to get all the way past that sailboat and stuff, I don't see how that's leaving you.
Yeah, that's why, you know, if you go that far forward, then you're onto that slab. I don't know whether past history has anything to do with your decision, but,
What's that?
you know, past history of variances being granted on quite a number of other properties.
And quite a number of those other properties I voted no because they do not meet the requirement of the ordinance.
Well,
It's very specific. It
I
says
understand
you
what you're saying.
shall not you may. It doesn't say you can consider it anyway. It says you shall not recommend.
I respectfully.
And could I say something? And
Sure.
where I'm stuck at is, I guess, to Rhonda's point, we're taking a non-conforming lot and we're trying to give a variance on a lot that's already non-conforming. So I just, me personally, I can't agree with that.
All right.
The existing lot is not non-conforming.
No, you're right. It's
creating a-
requesting for,
to create
for
a-
a non-conforming lot, right?
To make
Like
a
I say,
non,
it-
yeah, to make a non-conforming lot,
It's
right?
not, you know, it's not being sold to another unrelated individual.
Not right now. I mean, he isn't gonna build on the property. What if he decides a year from now that he wants to sell to somebody else?
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, that's easy
And
to
like I
say.
said, he's part of the
Well,
family.
Mr. Bryan,
He's
is
been in
there
the
any
family
way
for
of,
100 years.
the sale could be of more footage where you would be able to get your setbacks?
Well, like I say, if you know, theoretically you could, but then there's a hardship for the use of that slab. Your sailboat and a trailer is fine, car trailer, you know.
All right. The motion is to accept the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission. Any other comments?
1 second,
Um,
Mayor.
Okay.
What's our square footage requirement for being conforming?
10,000.
10?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the only way is if he, the only way, Bobby, that I'm looking at is if he just went 25 feet off the back of his house, which would leave that lot at about 169. Just, and look, these measurements aren't exact, because I'm just measuring off of the
Right.
parcel map. Roughly about 169 by 75 would put him, you know, at 12,000 square
Right,
feet.
exactly. And I
So-
think, well, we're at 10,000 now as far as square footage,
Yeah, so
correct?
that would make it, conforming at that point, right?
Come on.
Correct.
Well, yeah, all right. Even if you had a 10,000 square foot lot and someone wanted to build on it, you perhaps would still need a back
Well, that's the point, right, that's the point.
regardless of the size of the lot.
That's the point. But we're creating a non-conforming. The only way that you would have any way of, you would have to move the house facing the beach. You still would have to have a variance because you gotta have 100 front footage. If the house is not facing Farrar Street, then you'd have to have a variance for that. So the point is, if we create a non-conforming lot, you're still gonna have to come back for more variances.
Possible variances for, like you're saying, if you face it to the beach, you're gonna have a 25-foot variance to get the 100-foot.
Right.
Or when you build the house, if you face it that way,
It's
Yeah.
variances either direction you go in.
Yeah, I know a lot of the lots over, what is it, Marcus Street, or Dove Street down that way, they're only like 75 foot.
but those are all
deep.
existing
They're
parcels.
platted.
That's right.
Those are all existing parcels, it's not
That's right.
parcels that have been split up,
But the depth is the problem.
yeah.
Mhm.
And you're gonna run into the same thing there.
All right, let's go ahead and vote. The recommendation is to approve, so let's go ahead and vote. Ward one?
No,
Ward two?
No.
Ward three?
No.
Ward four?
No.
All right. The motion fails, 4-0. Item 3, the Planning and Zoning Commission considered, recommended, and approved application for preliminary and final plat and a variance request to place an accessory structure, a swimming pool, in front yard submitted by John Shannon for property located at 620 South Beach Boulevard and proposed 172 and 202 Market Street, parcel 162R-10-10-079.000. The motion was by the Planning and Zoning, was to approve this.
move.
I'll second.
Ward one moves, Ward four seconds, discussion?
I need somebody to explain this one to me a little bit.
All
I
right,
looked at it a few times, I'm trying to figure out what all is being approved here, cause it says to put an accessory structure, but then it talks about 3 different lots as well.
Yeah, the lots are all well conforming, I mean, way over
So
conforming.
it's one parcel being split up into 3?
Yes.
And putting a pool in the front yard on the one closest to the beach?
that's correct.
Okay.
All right, any further discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward one?
Yes,
Ward two?
Yes.
Ward three?
Yes.
Ward four?
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 4 and 5 were tabled. Item number 6, Planning and Zoning Commission considered, recommended, and approved application for 2 protected tree removals submitted by Eugene Ferry for property located at 107, 109, and 111 St. Joseph Street, parcel 161M-0-11-012.000, owned by Eugene Ferry. The motion was, it was approved by Planning and Zoning.
I'll move.
Ward
second.
3 moves, Ward 1 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
Yes,
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
All right, motion carries 4-0. No blighted properties tonight. Consent agenda. Motion to approve the following consent agenda items is numbered A through G.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Ward 3 moves, Ward 4 seconds. Any discussion? Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1?
yes,
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
All right, motion carries 4-0. There's no need for executive session, so we have a motion to adjourn.
move.
I'll second.
Ward 1 moves, Ward 4 seconds. Let's go ahead and vote. Ward 1,
Yes.
2,
Yes.
3,
Yes.
4.
Yes.
Meeting's adjourned.
Thank you, Lisa.
Uh-huh, no problem.
Bye, Bobby.